Broadway, listen to the Broadway beat. Broadway makes you wanna move your feet. Everybody's tapping into everything that's happening on Broadway beats. Broadway beats. Broadway beats. Broadway beat.
Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway Beat. Noel Coward's classic comedy, Private Lives, is back on Broadway at the Music Box Theater under the direction of Richard Eyre and starring Kim Cattrall and Paul Gross. And we're here to celebrate with the company on opening night.
Give me one, for God's sake.
Here.
I'm in such a rage.
So am I.
What are we to do?
I don't know.
Whose yacht is that?
The Duke of Westminster's, I expect it always is.
I wish I were on it.
I wish you would too.
There's no need to be nasty.
Oh, yes, there is. Every need. I have never in my life felt a greater urge to be nasty.
You've had some urges in your time, haven't you?
If you start bickering with me, Amanda, I swear I will throw you over the edge.
Try it. That's all. Just try it.
You've upset everything, as usual.
I've upset everything. What about you?
Ever since I was unlucky enough to first set eyes upon you, my life has been insupportable.
Do shut up. There's no sense in going on like that.
Nothing's any use. There's no escape, ever.
Don't be melodramatic.
I love that you've never done Coward before, had you?
I've never done Coward, and I've always found Coward in some way quite detached and removed and rather cool, and I wanted just to warm it up a bit. Yeah.
You've done a beautiful job warming it up, believe me. Talk about your wonderful cast.
Well, starting with Kim Cattrall, she's a very, very brilliant comedienne, and she's beautiful and funny, smart, and very quick-witted, and of course, quick wit is what the play is about, and that's what's attractive. And Paul Gross has the same sort of quick wit, so they're kind of ideally suited couple. And that's what's exciting on stage, when you see people thinking quickly and who are smart and funny and sexy.
I love the whole design of the show.
Oh, good. Yeah, well, I didn't want to set it in a sort of fusty 30s, you know, kind of brown leather and parquet floor. And I thought, well, this is the period, great period of Art Deco. So I wanted to celebrate that and give it some fun.
Why do you think the show plays so well? This is a timeless play. Why do you think it lives up so well?
Because it's about sex and marriage. And, you know, that never goes out of fashion.
Ecstatic. It's wonderful to be here in this amazing place. I feel quite emotional, really. My wife and child came to see the show, and to be doing Noel Coward on Broadway, it's unbeatable.
Talk about the role and working with this great cast.
Kim, of course, I worked with in London. She's a joy. We have such a giggle on and off stage. It's been brilliant working with Paul. He's a lovely, lovely fellow and a great actor. Anna Madeley, who I'd worked with before at the Donmar in London, and it's great to carry on our friendship again and working relationship. So we've had a blast.
And just being here in New York, what it's like?
Well, I keep sort of telling my friends back in England, I'm sort of living the dream. We're living in Greenwich Village. My child is going to public school number 3, where she's meeting a load of wonderful New York kids. I walk at a school a lot past Bleecker Street, and I hum a bit of Simon and Garfunkel as I cross Bleecker Street. There's nothing much wrong with things at the moment.
Oh, well, I play Sybil, who is very aptly named. It's a great name for her. And she's a very appropriate, very well-mannered young lady, been very well brought up. And she gets married to Elliot, who has been previously married to a lady called Amanda, and they have quite a firework relationship. And unfortunately, on my honeymoon, he ends up bumping into Amanda again. And so it causes all sorts of chaos for Sybil, because life should be very tidy for Sybil, and it makes it all a little bit too messy for her.
You all work so well together. Talk about the company.
Oh, they're lovely. I mean, they're amazing company. Kim's absolutely fabulous, and Paul as well. Their chemistry together has just been completely brilliant. And I really wanted to work with Richard Eyre, our director, and he was great, because I wasn't in the original cast of this, but he really went back to the beginning and really worked it through. So we had a wonderful time. And I'd worked with Simon Paisley Day before, the Donmar in London, so I knew he was great. So, and Caroline is just wonderful as our French maid Louise. So we've had a lot of fun. I think we'll have a lot more.
Stop laughing! Stop laughing! I hate you, Spider! I hate you! You're conceited and overbearing! You're conceited and overbearing! And I'm telling you,
Wicked! I never want to see you again as long as I live!
This is the end! Do you understand the end? Finally and forever!
Well, the role of Elliot is like one of the most fantastic gifts you can be given. I've discovered it to be so pliable and fluid, and every night there are new little things, little wrinkles that I sort of stumble across or unearth that Coward has laid in there. And I think perhaps the thing that I like most about it, that's going to make it an enormous amount of fun to play for a while, is that although he understands the silhouette of the British upper class 1930 extremely well, in his heart he's an anarchist, and it allows for a lot of leeway in terms of what I do every night. And the play is just it's an absolutely stunning piece of writing, I think, that he apparently wrote in 7 days while he had the flu, which I think is extremely irritating to anyone who ever writes anything. But you know, every line is kind of perfect, and every line you could, if you chose to, get a reaction from the audience out of. So it's enormously funny, and our task really is to try to keep guiding it so that you're not bogged down in laughter. I know that sounds crazy for a comedy, but it's actually can be a problem if the audience starts to laugh too much. We need to sort of ration it with them a little bit. But it's an enormous pleasure to do.
I've never loved anyone else for an instant.
No, you mustn't, Elliot, stop.
You love me too, don't you? There's no doubt about it anywhere, is there?
No doubt anywhere.
You're looking very lovely in this damn moonlight, you know. Your skin is clear and cool, and your eyes are shining. And you're growing lovelier and lovelier every second as I look at you. You don't hold any mystery for me, darling, do you mind? There isn't a particle of you I don't know, remember, and want.
I know, my sweet.
More than any desire, deep down in my deepest heart, I want you back again, please.
Don't say another word. You're making me cry so dreadfully.
I love this. Look at this, Tammy Grimes, Private Lives.
I know, I'm so thrilled. She said that she was going to send me a note backstage, and I'm so glad she didn't. I would have been so nervous knowing that she was out there, because she was, you know, such a celebrated, brilliant Amanda. She really was. But it's great to have her support tonight.
Tell me what this means to you. Opening night, you're back in New York, back on the boards at the Music Box, one of the most beautiful theaters in New York.
Yes, Irving Berlin's theater, yes. It's really thrilling for us. I mean, this has been a production that I don't know really how it happened, because Richard Eyre and I wanted to work together, and we were going to do an Ibsen play, very Strum and Drang, and then this happened. There's another production, and this happened, and it's just been such a tremendous joy. And it's hit all of the cities that have been in my life. You know, it is England. We started in Bath, then we were in the West End, and then we were in Toronto, and now New York. So I was born in England, I grew up in Canada, and now I'm a New Yorker. So to bring it home, especially with this production, I'm very proud of, and I think all the actors in it are terrific. And it's such a beautiful play. As Tammy said, it's the perfect play. It's funny, it's touching, it's sexy, it's wild, unpredictable, and it's fun.
Someday I'll find you, moonlight behind you, true to the dreams I am dreaming. As I draw near you, you smile, a little smile. For a little while, we shall stand hand in hand. I'll leave you never, love you forever, all of our sorrows redeeming. Try to make it true, say you love me too. Someday I'll find you. Are the most thrilling,
exciting woman that was ever born.
Dearest, dearest heart,